Suamataia.
Suamataia.
Perfect.
Can we just call him Kingsley?
I've had a whole week. Honestly, I've had a whole week.
There you go.
All right, guys. Is there a reason behind that last name? Or behind your name in general?
I'm just named after my mom's brother, my uncle.
Kingsley, you were, I think, this was 78 in college, 79,
Yes, sir. Sir.
and 76. I mean, wasn't your number one available here? What made you choose 76?
Shoot, that was my high school number. But that's I chose 36 in high school because they're Orlando based. That was my favorite lineman growing up. So I knew no better than to go back to 76.
So even back then, you knew you were going to be an offensive lineman.
Mostly, yeah. Yes, sir.
What's it been like, a couple of days into this, got a little practice under your belt a little bit. Does it feel real yet?
Just taking it day by day. It's crazy sitting back talking with a lot of the guys that I met at the combine, like Jared Wiley and Xavier. Just talking with them, like it's crazy that we're actually here now. Every day we're waking up and putting on Chiefs gear. So it's definitely I don't really feel like I've kind of like settled in, like okay, I'm here now. But it's just a blessing being here.
Kingsley, with the way you get evaluated during the draft, I'm sure teams tell you what they like and what they want you to improve on. But were there things that you saw from yourself playing college, playing left tackle, that you said, I want to get better at this, and this, versus what maybe teams told you during the pre-draft process?
Yeah, I think it was a kind of a mixture of the same as what the coaches saw, stuff I could get better at. I think the number one thing was my pass pro. So that's why I've just been working ever since this offseason started. So just getting better on that, little stuff like hand placement and my footwork. And then, just letting it roll from there.
Kingsley, the last two draft classes for the Chiefs, they've all wanted to make their mark in trying to help the team win a Super Bowl and repeat. What have you and your classmates talked about trying to etch and make your own little mark on with this team?
Just be a team player. Just come in, learn from the veterans that are here already, and just wherever best fits for us. Obviously, go out there and ball out every day, get that spot, but just come in, be a team player, and be wherever best fits for most reasons.
And have you had a chance to talk to Creed and some of the other offensive linemen that are already here?
No, I haven't met any of them yet. I only talked to Drew. Drew's been a good mentor to us being here in this camp. So.
Kingsley, you mentioned the combine. You met some of the guys that are now teammates with at the combine. What do you remember about just your interactions with them back then in February?
It was great. It was like a blessing just being there at the combine. That's a lifetime dream goal, to be at the combine, be on TV in front of all your family, everything you work hard for. So just being able to be out there and then seeing guys that you played against. I played against both of them in the Big 12, Texas and TCU. So just being able to, not say we made it, but Rome was there. It was a great feeling. And then becoming teammates now. Just our bond from connecting a little bit at the combine and to now being here, being on the same side of the ball.
He asked you about other offensive linemen, but did Pat connect with you pretty quickly after the draft? Or
What was that?
Did Patrick connect with you pretty quickly after the draft pick? Or?
No, yeah. Patrick, he was probably the second guy that hit me up. Just getting ready. He said he's fired up, so just trying to get in the playbook as fast as I can, just to best help our line and the team. So Patrick has been a great mentor as well. Just waking up to a message from him, it just blows my mind. So, but
So is that a text message or a phone call?
text message.
So he comes up, it doesn't say Patrick Mahomes, but he's just like, hey, this is Patrick, and you're like, wow, this is Patrick
No,
Mahomes.
yeah. I just remember waking up. I was like, oh, I need to go. Like I had to leave like an hour earlier to my workout just so I can get back to my home.
So you've obviously got a lot of NFL in your family. Have you been to an NFL game before or watched anyone play, or would this be your first ever NFL game when you play an NFL game?
No, yeah, this will be my first NFL anything I've ever been to. Wasn't fortunate enough to go to any NFL games, just watching on TV with my family. But yeah, this will be an opportunity for me to actually play and I guess watch it at the same time. So
You've, with everyone in your family who's been part of the league, this has just been something that's been ingrained in you for as long as you can remember to go try to be in the National Football League with all the family that's been involved, I guess?
No, yeah, most definitely. I definitely had that dream since I was a little kid. Back in Hawaii, back at home, you know, just I was always the biggest kid. I could tell you now I wasn't that good at football, but NFL was definitely a big thing of mine. Just having my mentors, my grandpa being a Hall of Famer, was always on us out there in Hawaii. So just having him and then the rest of my cousins that paved the way for all of us. So just be able to follow in their footsteps.
Kingsley Beats said he wants you to compete right away for the left tackle spot. I just wonder what you think about coming in and competing for a spot right away.
Most definitely. Just come in to work every day. You know, got to put my best foot forward. I work the guy in front of me. I definitely love all the guys that are here. I'm coming in rookie and just trying to gain all the knowledge I can learn so I can learn the playbook the best. And so I can potentially be out there and play next to them. So it's definitely a great opportunity for me. I'm super excited and I'm actually happy, you know, just feel like, coach can put that on me that I can play. So I'm ready.
We'll go last year with Nate, Matt, and PJ. But Nate.
Kingsley, you talked to us on draft night about the relationships, sort of the conversations you've had with Andy. It's one thing to go through that in the pre-draft process. What jumped out to you first impressions wise of actually going through a practice led by Andy?
Shoot, I don't know. I call him Uncle. That's a BYU legend right there. I called him Uncle when I first came here on my 30th visit, and just be able to practice with him. He's very quiet, but when he has his words that he has to say, it definitely hits hard and hits home for me. So gaining as much knowledge from him too. He knows a lot about our offense, and so just chopping up with him whenever I can, whenever he has the time. It feels like family just being here, so it makes it more better and more comfortable.
Did the Chiefs talk to you any bit about the process about, that you were going to compete for that left tackle spot? Was that something that they asked you about during the process to kind of, gauge your kind of competitiveness and where you were?
No. Nobody told me anything about starting spots or anything. I just come in to work. Like I said, put my best foot forward and show them what talent I have and what I can do as a left tackle. But I can play both. I can play right as well. So Coach Heck threw me in that right tackle for a couple series yesterday. And it went good. So just being able to show like versatile, I can play left and right, and I'm comfortable doing it.
Outside of Orlando, who's your favorite tackles?
What was that?
Outside of Orlando, who's your favorite tackles?
Obviously, I'm going to be biased. My cousin Panay. Obviously, the best is the best to do it right now. And then Trent Williams, his dog. And then Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata. So I got a lot of examples that I could watch from. So.
Kingsley, you called Andy Reid a legend back at BYU. Do they still talk about him there? And what do they say about him?
Of course, they still talk about Coach Andy Reid. That's the OG. That was my first time meeting him in person. Was when he came down to BYU. I didn't get to speak to him. I was still in college. Just going around the locker room, everybody knows Coach Andy Reid. That's the OG. He's one of the best to do it. So, and now he's the best to do it coaching wise. 3 out of the 5 Super Bowls. It's definitely a blessing playing under Coach Reid.
Last one, PJ.
Speaking about your versatility, I know at the combine you kind of cause a stir behind in both hands and being ambidextrous. Just in your boxing background, just how much does that actually help you and your technique, and do you incorporate that in your training?
Most definitely. Boxing. I've been boxing my whole life. Been training that since I was like 8 years old. Being left and right-handed definitely was cross training was a big thing that Panay taught all of us. Just like him, he played left tackle in college and went to the league and starting at right for all 3 years. So just being able to play both. So when your time is called, and you can get that next guy up at the right, or you can get the next guy up at the left.
Okay, thanks, Kingsley.
Thank you.
Thanks. Pleasure.
CJ coming in next.
Can somebody put those lights in front?
He likes all.
Which ones?
Yes.
That second
Which on the
one.
right?
No, the second one. Right up there. Yep, thank you. All right, guys, we've got CJ Hanson.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Oh, great. How was the first day? Oh, amazing. It was wonderful. You know, winning team, winning culture, family bonding, relationship building, everything. I mean, it's been great so far. You know, getting to meet all the guys and learn the playbook, meeting the coaches, everything. It's been fantastic.
How does learning the playbook differ from what you got when you got here versus when you were in college?
You know, there's similar things. Today we put in a lot of gap scheme, and you know, we've ran a lot of gap scheme all across. I mean, once you get the schematics of O-line work, it all kind of leans the same way, but there's different rules, different wording, different stuff for different fronts. So it's all pretty much similar once you get the idea of like schematic wise where you're going and what you have to do and who's doing what. It's kind of similar, but you know, there's obviously different, and it obviously takes some time to learn. So getting good.
CJ, what was the point where you thought it was starting to become realistic that you were going to play in the NFL? Was it when you were in high school or sometime in college or the moment you were drafted? I mean, was there a moment that kind of came into your mind that, hey, I'm going to do this?
This is always my dream from birth. I've always wanted it. I've always known. I never thought though. I've always known, but I never thought until I thought when agents started reaching out to me after the 4th game this year, and then I was like, wow, I have a chance. And then kind of just went from there and then helped myself out in the last 2 months, and now I'm here. So, you know, I've always dreamed of it, and I've always had it in the back of my mind that this is what I want to do, and I think this is where I belong, and I've put my whole life towards it. So I'm happy I'm here.
Those videos are out there from the time you got drafted. What was that night like for you? That afternoon like for you?
It was incredible. You know, at the end of the night, I literally was just looking at my phone and just crying at the video. It's so surreal to me to have all my friends there, to have all my family there, to see the progress over the 23 years of my life towards the game actually pay off. And for somebody, first person in Holy Cross history since 1989 to get drafted, means the world to me. Not only for my family, but also for my school and my teammates, because it's incredible.
Looks like you might have had some of your teammates there too.
Oh, half my team was there. Most of but there was actually an alumni bought a bus so they can bring down my teammates.
Was that at your house? Or?
Yeah, it was at my dad's church, so we could fit everybody.
Were you aware of that Holy Cross record before you got drafted, or did you just hear that stat?
No, I knew the last person was 1989, so you know.
Did you know he was drafted by the Chiefs?
I did. Actually, I didn't know until I came here, and then it was like, you know, he was drafted by the Chiefs, right? And I was like, yeah,
But just your dream.
Go ahead. Well, I was going to say, you talked about the culture of the winning culture here. You came from winning. Holy Cross is a winning culture too, right? And you won conference championships every year you were there.
Yeah, I had 5 rings and then 2 rings from high school. So I've won my whole life, and I hopefully will continue to do that. And I think the biggest thing is what Coach Reed says. It's a family here, and Mr. Hunt says it's family, and that's what my coaches, my mom was a team mom at Holy Cross. She preached it: one team, one family, and you know, it's huge. I think those relationships, it makes you want to work harder for your brother. So I think you got to build those bonds in adversity. You know, go through the hard stuff. Then, you know, you build those relationships, and then you want to give everything for your teammate, and that's what it comes down to. That's how the winning culture starts, and you got to love each other.
I think it was Rob McGovern, right? The Holy Cross.
Yeah.
Had you heard of him? Like, is he kind of a legend?
Yeah, he's a legend. Right when I got, well, his name's up in the Ring of Honor. So, and he's from Bergen Catholic. So, I played against Bergen Catholic in high school. So, I mean, legendary guy. I mean, I'm blessed to go to the school I went to.
Had you ever met him?
No.
Last 3.
So the dream had been there your whole life, but you know, the NFL, they'll find you whether you're at Holy Cross or Texas or whatever. You mentioned it wasn't until like the 4th game this year that it kind of started getting real for you. Just what are your thoughts about going to Holy Cross and still getting this chance, and how the league will find people wherever they go to school?
Yeah, I think.
And is it a harder path if you're at Holy Cross than if you were somewhere else?
Yeah, I think I'm very lucky. I went to school. I didn't go to play football. I did play football, and I was lucky to have the best coaches and the best teammates, which made me only play football there. But school was hard. I mean, there was no joke. I mean, you had to go to class, you had to be attentive, you had to do everything right. And, you know, hearing the stories from other kids while training the last couple of months, like, no one had an experience like I did. Nobody. And I think that's super lucky. I think it put some tangibles in me that I work harder, I understand things a little bit better. I think it helped me out so much. I met people, I understand what it takes to be a businessman, what it takes to be professional. I think everybody there prepared me so well for this moment and any other moment in my life. So I think I'm very lucky to have gone there.
Your number in college was taken when you got here. So why did you choose 61? What's that meaning?
61, I made a meeting actually. So my birthday's March 3rd, 2001. So add the threes together. And you get 6 and 1. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
I would love to have 69 back, but it's okay. I'm not going to ask for it. It's not mine.
Last question here.
CJ, you come from a winning coach. You said you've been winning since high school. With your skill and what you translate, what are your expectations for what you want to bring to the Chiefs this season?
I want to be the best possible teammate I can be and improve this team in anywhere I can and just give it my all every day. And I think that's your best is good enough, and I'm going to give it my best every day. So as long as I can give it my best, show my teammates that I'm giving my best, show my coaches that I'm working hard and being a progressive learner and doing good every day, I think that's all I need to do.
Thanks, CJ. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Amen.
Being all the meetings though.
I want like Presbyterian church.
Scraped my phone up once. It's live on the app.
Kind of church you talking about?
Pre-draft thing a couple years ago. Oh, it would have been a great go through connect his whole life. Tell me, look down, he goes, I don't have an iPhone 8. What is it? It is my spare one or something.
I think I saw Hicks out there. So.
Hicks was walking.
He's
out
good.
there.
Getting briefed.
Getting briefed. Hey.
All right, guys, Jaden, have your here. We've got Jaden Hicks.
Hey, Jaden, welcome to Kansas City.
Thank you.
You were number 5 in college. You're 21 here. I know 5 was taken when you got here. Does 21 have any significance for you?
So I was 25 in college.
Oh, 21, I'm sorry, yeah.
But yeah, when I got here, it definitely does. My dad, he was 21 in high school. You know, that was his favorite number. And, you know, it's a pretty religious number as well. You know, 7 and 3 are pretty religious numbers in the Bible. And so I really take account in that. And so it's a cool thing that I got.
What did your dad play? What was this from C?
He was running back and safety. And then when he got to college, they moved him to linebacker.
Where do you play?
He played at UNLV. So that's where, yeah.
Jaden, what was just the first day practice been like for you in just the last week? I mean, after getting drafted, kind of a whirlwind getting here and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a lot of weight lifted off the shoulders from being drafted. You know, that was a cool moment me and my family had. And then, you know, just the process getting here, you know, been working out, trying to get prepared for this moment. And, I mean, I'm taking every moment for you know, like it's my last. So getting the playbook down, you know, that's been going good. First practice was really good. So, you know, I'm excited for the next few practices.
Where do you feel like you best fit in? I mean, obviously in college, versatility seemed like it was one of your strengths. Where do you feel like you best fit in here at this level?
Yeah, so now this position is the free safety. And, you know, it's pretty similar. So, you know, I'm doing some of the same stuff. And, you know, that's pretty cool. I already know most of it. And, yeah, just fit in with the guys, doing my job.
You're from Las Vegas, so obviously with the Raiders being there recently before you even became a Chiefs, were you a fan of the Raiders? And if so, how's it feel now being the Kansas City Chiefs knowing that you got to go play your home team?
Yeah, no, I wasn't a fan of the Raiders. So, you know, you guys don't have to worry about that. But, you know, even my family, they're all excited for me. So, you know, we're all Kansas City Chiefs now. So,
what are you hoping? I mean, with your skill set, what are you hoping to add to the defensive backfield?
Man, I'm just what I can add. I mean, I can add anything. I'm very versatile, I think. So you know, anything they ask me, anything the coaches ask of me, you know, I'm gonna do it. So.
And have you had a chance to talk with Justin or some of the other players?
Yeah, so that was a pretty cool thing. After I got drafted, he texted me, you know, letting me know like if I ever need anything. So that was pretty cool. And then I also seen Brian Cook, so introduced myself to him. You know, that was really cool.
What about Steve Spagnuolo, defensive coordinator?
Yeah, I mean, I love his energy. I love what he brings. So, I mean, I think I'm gonna fit right in with his defense.
Does it seem like he has a vision for you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, just a free safety position. You know, very, very dog-like mentality. So, I'm ready for it.
Jaden, there was a moment yesterday where Steve was coaching you sort of one-on-one. He's known for his, you know, hands-on approach. Just what was he trying to instill in you in that moment?
Yeah, so he was just telling me, you know, the keys. So where I was aligned, you know, the quarterback can see that I was coming to the other side. So he was just telling me how to disguise that a little bit more. And so, yeah, that was really cool. You know, he brought me to the side, and I take that type of coaching very seriously.
Jaden, what are your expectations for yourself as a rookie just this year?
I mean, I just want to give the team my all and just, you know, show up every day knowing that I could be accountable. And, yeah.
Jaden, when
Last couple.
going back to what Nate had asked about the moment you had with Spags, was that something you were aware of that you might have been telegraphing at all, or was that kind of the first time you received a teaching point?
Yeah, so, you know, the coaches told me, like, line up here, but also you want to disguise it just so the, you know, offense can see what you're doing. So, you know, I take that all in, and, you know, you got to maneuver some other things. So, yeah.
We'll go Nate, PJ, Todd.
Jaden, you were known in college for being a pretty good hitter with the physicality. Is it a good thing to be known as that, or do you want to sort of prove that, you know, you are someone who can obviously play coverage as well?
Exactly. I want to be, you know, I want to be someone that can, you know, do other things and do everything. So being, I guess, known as a hitter or, you know, stuff like that it's all right, but I want to be just known more of that.
All around player.
Yeah.
And then bouncing off that, Jane, I mean, do you have a preference of whether you want to be mainly in the box or in single high or just roaming all over the defense?
Yeah, roaming everywhere, but I mean, anywhere the coach is asking me, you know, that's what I'm fine with doing. So.
We've been away from the draft a little bit now. Some folks had you a little higher on the board. That's what Brett Beach said. It's like they couldn't pass you up. They had you higher, and there you were. You get a little chip on your shoulder that you didn't go a little higher, or what do you have a list of teams or anything?
I mean, the chip is always there, but that definitely fueled the fire just that much more. You know, I gotta make everybody pay for that. So.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, Jaden.
Thanks,
Thank you, Jay.
He's coming. It'll be a second. He's down with TPT.
Oh, my bad. I thought
No,
that was you.
it'll be a second. He's
Soon. I think we got the famous line each time. So I think we got the famous
We're gonna be
line
inside
each
for practice today.
time.
Inside?
Yeah, I think the rain is supposed
Rain's
to be
coming.
coming our way. So
Me. I know where I want to play, but what the coaches
Wherever
want,
they put.
that's where I'm gonna be. Boom. Who's up? Felix just wrapped up the first set. 6-4.
What round in the NBA game?
2012 Orlando.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's,
Yeah,
It started at noon.
Yeah, it's 20-12 Orlando.
All right, guys. Go for the ball.
All welcome to Kansas City. What's your first thoughts of being here, playing for a world champion team?
Just very thankful for the opportunity, blessed. You know, I can't thank God enough, you know, just for the opportunity. And I'm just glad to be here, glad to be a part of this organization, and just thankful.
what did it feel like to be out there? Because obviously we know about the shoulder injury, so it's been a while. So just what was the feel of being on the field and obviously competing again?
Man, it was a great feeling. I kind of, you know, got that in-game experience a little bit at practice yesterday, but it's just a great feeling, you know, very appreciative feeling. You know, once you get the game, you know, taken away from you for a while, you know, it just makes you appreciate it a little more. It makes you, you know, want to go a little harder and practice and take, you know, just give your everything while you playing it, because you never know when it can be taken away from you, and you just want to make the most of your opportunity. You know, coming to this organization, it's a great organization. You're very thankful, and it's a blessing to be here and be a part of something like this. So you just want to do everything you can to help this organization.
Kamal, you had a couple reps against Xavier yesterday. Just wondering what you thought of him with his ability to get off the line, but also just his routes.
Right. Xavier, he's a great receiver. You know, the speed is one thing, but you know, I feel like he runs great routes. You know, he's a great route runner, and he's a guy that can get open. And I feel like he's a guy that's gonna make a lot of plays in this league, and he gonna do his thing here. So it was just good to go up against him and, you know, see, you know, just different receivers. I never played against him in college, but I've seen him a lot. So it was just a good iron sharpen iron rep, you know, and I just, you know, want to take the whole thing and just be appreciative. I can go against somebody like that to get me better, and I can also, you know, get him better as well.
And then this organization, specifically the guys that have worked under Spags, late round cornerbacks have had a lot of success here. Just wonder what you thought about that fit, you know, recognizing that history here.
Yeah, I just think, man, it's another opportunity. You know, another guy that can come in and you know show up and show Spags. You know, he can really go out and recruit, and he can see talent. You know, even in late rounds, he can go get guys, and you know, he can develop guys. And that was one thing that I met on my 30 visit. It was just a connection there. You know, I knew him, and he worked with my DC at Tennessee before, so it was just a great thing, and it's a great opportunity to go in there and, you know, fill those shoes, and you know, just go out there and be able to play against or play under a coach like Coach Spags.
Did he share his vision for you? What he sees?
Yeah, he sees a lot in me. You know, he told me, you know, he sees a lot in me, and you know, he's on me a lot because he sees a lot in me. You know, I feel like I see a lot in myself, but you know, just coming from, you know, a defense coordinator like that makes a lot of plays and that's legendary. I feel like it's big to me because if he sees something, I can believe in myself a lot more. So it's just great experience.
Have you had a chance to talk with Trent or Joshua and get a feel for some of your new teammates? Have you had a chance to talk with them yet?
No, I haven't. I feel like those guys, I think, been on break or something like that. I haven't really got a chance to speak to anybody that much yet. But you know, some of the veteran guys that's here right now, Trey Dean, he's been helping a lot, and you know, just blending in with some of the new, you know, guys that's here, the safety that came from Washington. Me and him been roommates, and we just been in the hotel, you know, just chopping it up and learning off each other. He gonna be my guy. He's a safety, so me and him gonna, you know, work back to back. So we've been making a great relationship.
Kind of following up what Jesse was asking you, what are the expectations that Spags may have for you, and in turn, what expectations do you have for yourself this upcoming season?
Right. Well, when I came here before the draft, they told me, you know, come in, you know your job. You know, it was they let it know, you know, that no matter where you drafted, you know, even if the guys weren't drafted, everybody has the opportunity. Everybody's on the, you know, clean playing field. So no matter where you are or who you are, you know, just come in and embrace the opportunity. They said, you know, they see a lot, you know, in me, and they think, you know, that I can come in and fill those shoes. So I just, you know, thankful for the opportunity, and I just want to, you know, fulfill the opportunity. What I see in myself is a guy that can come in, you know, and play, but a guy that's willing to learn from the guys that's already here. You know, it's a great secondary, great defense. So I just want to learn, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity. And once I get to meet like those guys, like Trey McDuffie and those guys, it'd just be a great opportunity for me to learn from being a young guy and a guy like Trey McDuffie that came in and played right away.
Did you miss? I know you missed playing opposite, right? Did you miss sort of? I know it's not full contact, but did you miss sort of being impressed man, jamming guys, trying to get that, you know, that hand fighting going at the line of scrimmage?
Man, I missed it so much. You know, just missing like the half of the season in college. You know, due to a routine tackle, it made you miss everything just a little more. It made you, you know, want it just a little more. So going out there and, you know, being able to kind of let loose and get back to it, it was like a kid in the park. You know, it was like a great opportunity. You know, it was a great experience just being out there. And, man, I just can't wait to get back out there again today just to, you know, see what I can do and see how far, you know, I came and learned since I've been hurt. So it's just a great opportunity.
Last one here.
Coach Merritt is obviously going to be a big part of your life coming forward now too. What are your thoughts about what you learned from him so far and his expectations?
Right. Coach Merritt, man, one thing, you know, from the first day I met him, you know, a few weeks ago, it's more than football with him. You know, I feel like, you know, our first meeting, probably 15, 20 minutes was not even about ball. You know, it was just life lessons, and he's a guy that really can be a mentor to me and a guy that I really respect, you know, because he cares a lot more than football. You know, he's a guy that teaches you the game, but he teaches you life lessons as well. Come in with, you know, quotes and, you know, just different stories on how you should be a man and, you know, your faith and things like that. So it's just a great opportunity. I feel like Coach Merritt is a great coach, and I can learn a lot from him.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kamal.
Thanks, Kamal.
We're all set.